Hi, I wanted to share something with you today. I had the opportunity to meet a young woman this week. Her name is Star, and it was at a networking thing, in particular for women professionals. We love those women getting together with other women, in particular in the professional capacity, to seek encouragement and sisterhood and all the different things that our hearts and our souls crave. Well, this particular event was I was a first timer. I knew one person and only briefly via Zoom prior to this occasion. And so this was my first in-person meeting of that person, along with being a first timer at something I'd never been to before. So that's always fun and interesting. And there's always that little bit of dread before you go there, because I might be semi-extroverted, but I'm also semi-introverted and I get nervous. I had a lovely lady I met right away. We found some common ground and we got to chatting, and then she was so kind to make introductions, and one small conversation leads to another small conversation leads to another small conversation over the course of about an hour and a half. One of the young ladies, like I said, her name was Star. She was on the younger side of this group of women. And she was a little reserved herself and kind of sitting back at one of the tables and listening more than she was talking. I had watched her a little bit over the course just because of positional standing in that particular networking thing. You end up seeing somebody in the background, and for whatever reason, something about them draws your attention. So towards the end of the evening, I actually ended up sitting next to her and introduced myself and asked her a little bit about herself, what it is she did, and what she was there for, and that type of thing. And she got to telling me a little bit about her story. It was just a small part. But here's the thing. In a room full of professional women who are introducing themselves and sharing what it is that they do, and you're trying to fit in and find a place. And this young lady is being kind of quiet, and I asked her what she did. She's in the management level now of a cleaning company, and they serve a lot of homes and a lot of places in and around the community where she works. She runs a cleaning company. And I asked her, she said she started as a cleaner and then she became a team manager, and then she's moved into the office and administrative management and things like that. And I asked her, which one did she prefer? Did she like this management? And she said, well, my body likes the management, but my mind and my person really loved the cleaning. And she got to telling me what it is about cleaning that she loves, and she finds joy and she finds satisfaction and downright excitement over. And it was kind of fascinating for me. My mom, she's a cleaner. And if you know her, you're going to laugh about that because you're going to recognize it as well. I like a neat home, but I'm not a cleaner. In fact, I know very few people who are cleaners and who love that and get excited over it and are filled by that. And here's this young lady, Star, and she's sharing with me her story. And her story is, I love to clean, and when I do, I find joy and satisfaction and organization, and I can see how pleased the people are. And this is the thing that fills my cup. And she was excited about it. And in a room full of professionals, so often the person who maybe has what we would consider the most menial task, the janitor, the cleaner, it feels unimportant. But for her, she lit up. And I have to say, she literally lit up. This was the thing that when she did it, she felt amazing. She felt satisfaction. She felt joy, accomplishment. She was thrilled to actually share that part of the story with me. And she said, she even said, it probably sounds really silly. And I thought, no, there's a room full of women who very few of them, when they were sharing with me what it is they did, got as excited about what they did and who they were and what their occupation was as this young woman. This was her thing. And her thing might not feel big or fancy to most of us who are trying to make an impression, but her thing brought joy, and it brought satisfaction, and it brought a sense of purpose. So my challenge is for you, as you try and describe what it is that you do, is what you're doing bringing you purpose and fulfillment and joy? And it doesn't have to be big, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It does have to be purposeful. It does have to mean something to you. It does need to bring you satisfaction. And if it's not doing those things, then we need to have a conversation. Because if you cannot talk about what you do and what you're about at the same level of joy and satisfaction that Star did about cleaning, then you need to be doing something or having a new conversation about why not. What about you gets you excited? What about you brings you joy? What about you brings you satisfaction?